Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about today is something that is almost a foreshadowing of one of the most important cases that we're going to hear at SCOTUS probably this year for the gun rights. That's the Cargil case, which is the bump stock ban. The gun control advocates, the media, they are all out there trying to argue that the spirit of the law is clearly what's being violated, even though the letter of the law is not being violated, and that is incredibly important. Everything that I'm about to show you is linked right down there in the description box, and of course, make sure you please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on so as many people as possible see this. And the content today is brought to you by Vanish. I'm going to say a quick word from them, and then we are going to walk through this amazingness right here. This is not your everyday range holster. This is the holster that eliminates all your excuses for not carrying your favorite freedom tool. So comfortable, in fact, they offer a guarantee you'll love it or they'll get your money back. It fits 99% of existing models, and you can carry 2 fully loaded mags in this bad boy. Just a few of the features the Vanish holster boasts: it has a no-stink material. It wicks away moisture and prevents odor, so you don't have an issue in that regard. As well, it comes in 2 sizes, 48-inch and 68-inch belts. That makes it a perfect fit for everybody, and the belt is fully adjustable. And this holster comes with the most comfortable holster you'll ever wear guarantee. If it's not the most comfortable, they've got you. Also, if you use my code right in the description box, you get 30% off for yourself, plus an additional half off of the next one for your friend or family. Vanish wants to hook you and your family members up. Not only if you click on the link in the description box below do you get 30% off for one for yourself, but you also get an additional one for 50% off the already discounted price. It's right down there in the description box, and act now so you can not only prepare yourself, but also your family and friends with this holster. Alright, and with that, we are going to dive right into this. This article is coming out of Bearing Arms. Now, this is a pro-gun site. Legitimately, everything's linked. Pretty good piece here, but he hits on something. Cam Edwards, the author, hits on something crucial that we've hit on a few times on this channel. This is so much bigger and so much broader than just a bump stock. You could call this a shoelace case. I don't care. The point is, this is not about an individual item. This is about executive bureaucratic seizure of power from Congress. This has tendrils all the way into the pistol brace cases, has ghost gun regulation cases, has frames and receivers, all of it. Check this out. Gun control activists claim to have the spirit of the law on their side in the bump stock case. Now, again, the bump stock case is something that the ATF achieved underneath the Trump administration through executive fiat by redefining terms that were commonplace, and the ramifications are massive. Check this out. Which, of course, is another way of saying that they don't have the letter of the law on their side, talking about the spirit of the law, right? The Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments in Cargil versus Garland on Wednesday. That is tomorrow as of the filming of this episode, and I'm going to be streaming this as well on Wednesday. And the fundamental question before the court is whether a bump stock device is a machine gun as defined in 26 U.S. Code 5845, because it is designed and intended for use in converting a rifle into a machine gun, which under federal law, quote, is any weapon that shoots, is designed to shoot, or can readily restore to shoot automatically more than one shot without manual reloading by a single function of the trigger. That's the entire point. Is it a machine gun? Is it not a machine gun? But that's not where the juice of this lies. It's not where the main squeeze is. Check this out. Ahead of Wednesday's court hearing, both sides are using the press to make their case, with ABC News set to run a report on bump stocks on primetime live TV tonight. That was last night as of the writing of this article. The network spoke to Michael Cargil, who's leading the charge to have the ATF's current rules overturned, along with bump stock creator Jeremiah Cottle, survivor of the Las Vegas shooting, and several gun control activists, survivors of the Las Vegas shooting, and several gun control activists who inadvertently helped demonstrate the weakness of the government's argument. Again, the government is saying that bump stocks make it a machine gun. It's clearly not, which is why the left is going on the spirit of the law argument versus the actual law, which is written. Again, this is bigger and broader than just a machine gun or not a machine gun. This is the usurping of congressional power to make and write laws from the executive branch. All right? Here we go. Again, a firearm equipped with a bump stock isn't an automatic weapon, no matter how much King believes otherwise. And while we may not allow drivers to go 180 miles an hour, we also don't ban cars that can go that fast. That's an important point. Their entire argument is, well, it can fire a machine gun, so therefore it should be illegal. It's not a machine gun. They likened it, again, to a car, because that's what they do. But he's saying, well, we don't let people drive 180 miles an hour. That's different than making 180 mile an hour capable cars illegal. It's actually a really good point from Cam Edwards here. That doesn't mean bump stocks can't be banned, but doing so would require congressional action, and this is the payoff. This is the most important part. Not an executive branch agency deciding to reinterpret the plain language of the NFA, of the NFA, in order to retroactively prohibit the possession of a lawfully purchased and possessed product. Ding, that's the main point. You can ban something by congressional law, which even then is questionable constitutionality. However, doing it from the executive branch underneath the usurpation of power from Congress, that's the key focal point. That's what we'll be hitting tomorrow. And you're going to hear a lot of that probably from the justices asking very pointed questions around that part of this. Now, the last thing in closing. If the court upholds the ATF's action here, the decision could not only have implications for the agency's more recent rules and unfinished frames and receivers and pistol stabilizing braces, but would give the green light to the ATF to rewrite entire sections of the NFA and Gun Control Act to create a host of new gun control laws without a vote from Congress. Again, this is in summation. This case is hugely important, not only for the hundreds of thousands of people who lawfully purchased bump stocks in the past, but for every gun owner in the country going forward. Gun control activists may believe that the spirit of the law is on their side, but if SCOTUS remains true to the letter of the law, which they're supposed to do, then I don't think they have any choice but to strike down the ATF's rule and remind the agency that it's the role of Congress to create new law, not government agencies. And that was very well said in that conclusion. This is so massive because if the ATF gets smacked around on this, this is the exact same tactic they use as pistol braces, that's frames and receivers, their ghost gun rule. All of it stems from a reinterpretation of existing law through changing of definitions through the executive branch, which is a seizure of congressional power through usurpation of the executive branch. This is massive. And make sure you guys are here because we will be streaming it live. I will get the highest quality as I can, and we will sit through it together. That's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.